I told you guys that I had 2 different shades of foundation on my face, would you believe me? And if so, what side do you think looks better? Okay guys, so from the title of the video, you know that I'm doing a full face of a brand that, one of my favorite brands. And I went with Nars. I think Nars was probably like my first like high-end makeup buy, aside from MAC, right? Back in the day I used to get MAC because everyone knew about MAC, and MAC was, you had to have MAC because like when it came to like high-end and like women of color, MAC was the go-to. Like no one was really looking anywhere else. So MAC aside, I think Nars was actually my first, like, I actually, you know, discovered Nars. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I was looking for a foundation that worked for me, and Nars was just the one that I eventually settled with. And yeah, like, I don't know, like, Nars just stole my heart since then. But anyway, since then I've picked up a couple things from them, and I thought I would try and do a full face of makeup. I was going through my makeup stuff to try and like get all my Nars products all in like one place and everything. And I have some concealers from years and months ago that I need to go in the bin, because I know you know it and I know it too, but makeup expires. Like, it's okay to throw away that crusty concealer that was not your shade, you know, a year ago. It's not gonna be your shade today, even when it's expired. Like, it's not. Also guys, do let me know if you notice anything different in terms of like the filming quality. If you guys can pick up on any changes in terms of like my video quality, let me know, because I have a reason for saying that, and I will probably talk about it in one of my next videos. But for now, just let me know if you know, I have changed some things in my setup, and hopefully for the best. Guys, I'm gonna shut up and just get right into it. So today's gonna be a bit of like, it's just more me do my makeup. I have like one new Nars product that I will be talking about on my channel that I haven't talked about before. So yes, watch out for that. But yeah, if you kept on watching to this point, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will get straight into doing the full beat. I have this Bobbi Brown moisturizer, which I'm going to be using. Anyways, talking about primers, I know people are like, these are dupes, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. This is the GOAT. She's good, but this is the GOAT. I'm gonna use this because I got nowhere to go and it's almost finished, so I'm just gonna. Next up, I'm gonna sort out my brow. I've been using the e.l.f. brow lift. It's not, some days it works, some days it doesn't, if I'm being for real. Some days my brows stay in place, some other days like it just leaves like this waxy film on my brows and they just look flaccid. Yeah, I don't know, it has its days, but you know, I've started using it. I'm gonna finish using it. You know what, if I put in like my AirPods and I was listening to music, I could listen to music and record, and like, that's why people have AirPods on in their videos. Because not gonna lie, like when I'm doing my makeup like in real life, I always play music. Like, it's always like a concert, it's always a show. So like when I'm like filming and stuff, it's a bit like, oh my god, like I'm actually paying attention to like the only thing I'm doing is actively doing my makeup and no music or whatever. I picked up these 2 L'Oreal Infallible Modern Concealers a while ago. Usually I use my Morphe concealer, but we're trying different things today. We're trying something new today. Oh, that's the point. Oh, this is light. This is really interesting. Okay, that's fine. There's no going back now. I mean, I could go back if I wanted to, but doesn't matter. It's all good. From my reaction, you probably already know that I wouldn't usually go for a concealer this light. Okay, so I was saying that it doesn't matter because once my eyeshadow and everything goes on, it's gonna look less crazy. So when I do the top of my brows, I like my concealer to be like close to my skin tone. So I'm not gonna use this color on the top because that's just asking to look crazy, you know, crazier. It's like, what is going on my face? But don't worry, trust the process. We're about to look beautiful. Okay, so to the actual main reason why I wanted to film this video. I've been noticing that like every medium skin or like caramel skin, you know, woman of color that uses the Nars foundation is always in the shade Macao, right? And everyone is the shade Macao, but we all look very different because like, oh my god, types, all different shades of, you know, brown, but like we're all the shade Macao. And like I'm just like, I know that some colors, like some foundations, you can suit multiple people, but like I don't know, I just feel like it's wild because like even me sometimes I put on Macao and I'll be like Macoing, this ain't my shade, this ain't it. So I was on the Nars website getting some stuff when I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go back on the shade rating again because I shade matched a long time ago, and I'm gonna go back on the shade range and actually like read the shade descriptions and everything. Anyways, I came across the shade Caracas, right? So I came across the shade Caracas, and Caracas is a medium deep shade 3.3, while Macao is medium deep shade 4. So this is a little lighter than the shade Macao. But also the thing that got me about the shade Caracas is the undertone. I personally feel like the undertone for the shade Caracas is closer to my actual undertone compared to the shade Macao, but you know, let's see. So I'm gonna go in first with the shade Caracas on the back of my hand. Okay, so I'm gonna apply it with my hands because that's fine. Okay, so this is the shade Caracas, and put that on like around my neck so you see. Okay, so I've just dragged that down all the way down my neck so you see how that blends in to like my chest area and stuff. Again, it is the summer. I am very tanned. Like even looking at this video right now, I can see that my face is usually darker than my chest, but right now my face is looking burnt. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Macao in the shade medium deep 4. So at the bottom is the shade Caracas, and at the top is the shade Macao in the shade medium deep 4. Okay, so this is both shades. I don't feel like either of them are necessarily a bad shade match on me. I just feel like sometimes Macao pulls a little too orange for my liking, on my skin tone anyways. But like, in terms of how they blend into my neck / chest, honestly, they both do a great job. I'm not gonna lie, they both look good. They both look good. Okay, so what I've decided I'm gonna do for this video is I'm gonna do one side being the shade Caracas and one side being the shade Macao. We're just gonna see what happens with that. Like, why not? So full disclaimer, I'm not necessarily using clean brushes for this. I've tried to like wipe off the excess foundation off the brushes, so you know that gives everyone a fair chance, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Caracas on this side. That's way too much. Okay, so I'm gonna blend out this side with the Morphe M444 brush. They're very different brushes, but I enjoy using both of them. It's really giving casket ready, but okay. The thing about this shade is that it gets less wearable for me in the summer. So I think that Macao definitely in the summer is more my zhuzh. Oh my god. Actually, maybe it is scary. No, it's not. It's not. I'm gonna stop overthinking it, and I'm just gonna go in with this other shade on this side and call it a day. And in with the other brush I go. I don't know how to explain it, but like this brush just moves products like quicker, whereas the other one is a bit like, it's like quite dense. I feel like this video is not gonna prove my point, but this is only happening because I'm really tan right now. Okay, this video is not gonna prove my point because Macao is looking more and more like, yeah, that's your shade, girl. Like, relax. But believe me, I promise you, for the lighter skin girls who are using Macao and think that Macao might just be a tad bit too dark for them sometimes, Caracas is your solution. Like, that's your solution. For my contour, my blush, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand. If you couldn't already tell, this isn't like a tutorial of like how to do your makeup, because this is more of like the way I'm doing my makeup right now. There is literally no precision. I'm just putting things on my face. Like, if you can't tell, that's what's happening. I'm just like, oops, you know, little contour here, little sprinkle. Going with the blush. I don't know why, but like, I find it so like disgusting but like satisfying when I see that at the same time. Like, I have too much on here now, but I love my restaurant. Okay, so I'm starting to look a little less crazy and we're loving it. It's good. So I got the Nars Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powders. I got them in 2 shades, and honestly they're so sleek and slim that, you know, you can put them in the tiniest of purses and be on the go with them, which is why I got them. So I got 2 shades. I got the shade Sunshore and the shade Offshore. So typically, like, I've been using this as a finishing powder. I would set with my Laura Mercier and then go over it with this, but today I'm just gonna go in with this powders, no Laura Mercier, because I kind of want to see what they do by themselves. But under my eyes, I go in with a lighter shade, which is the shade Sunshore. Yeah, that's what the color looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply and hope for the best. I really set out at the start of this video to do a full face of Nars, but I've just realized that this is probably like my second Nars product today. I apparently had finished my concealer, ran out, haven't repurchased one, so oops. But we're still gonna incorporate some more Nars baddies, don't worry. It's not full face of Nars, but it's just me talking about Nars, I guess. So I make an ugly face when I do my mascara, and when I set down under my eye, like, I go. But like, when I'm on camera, I try not to do the face because it just be ugly. Okay, I actually like how this looks a lot more than I expected. So the other shade is actually the shade that I like to put in my purse. So this is the shade Offshore. This is more like my skin tone type shade. So like, when I get shiny during the day, I can just easily, like, you know, powder my face with it. That's really why I got this shade specifically. I'm just gonna, you know, go over some parts that I might not have set just yet. I always liked how pretty this blush was. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna try and blend out my eyes. I'll come back. Okay guys, so I am back and this is what I did with my eyes. Still on the eyes, I have the Nars Climax Mascara. This is like a mini. I'll be honest, this isn't something that I reach for a lot, but not for any particular reason. Mostly because since I started using the Max Stack Mascara, I honestly just been in love with it. Okay, and there we go. I really like how this gloss feels on my lips. Like, it's not like, doesn't stick together, nothing. It's just like, it's just cute. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the look. I think the point of this video was just to the girlies out there that there's other options except for Macao. Especially if you're like a lighter skinned Macao, like if you're a lighter skinned Macao, like if you're like similar shade to me and you know, sometimes like in the winter your Macao is looking a little too dark or too orange. It's probably because you can probably get away with Caracas as well.